So myself Prakash Achanta, I'm working as an SDET1 in GeekyAnts. So currently there are many automation tools. The main challenging part of an QA tester automation is to pick up the very perfect tool to continue the automation script for the web applications or mobile applications. So currently there are many automation tools such as Selenium, Cypress or Playwright or Puppeteer, many other automation tools. But as an automation tester, when I gone through Playwright, an automation tool, I find it very easy and I find it very reliable and very efficient for completing the entire automation of web application within less time. So which makes it more my task very easy, and I can complete the more test coverage of the web application. So this is the timeline I'm going to explain to you about today. So you might be thinking, what is Playwright? So Playwright is an automation tool created by Microsoft in the 2019. So initially started as a Node.js library, but due to the community support, it extended in Python, Java and .NET. Currently, it is extending up to Go language also. It is one of the major advantages for the Playwright. So Playwright has a unified API, which we can automate multiple browsers such as Chromium, Firefox and WebKit. And also the unified API can help in automating single page applications, progressive web apps and hybrid mobile applications, which makes the job of a tester and developer very easy and very efficient. So you might be thinking, why Playwright rather than other automation tools like Selenium, Cypress or Playwright? So why Playwright? So currently, considering Selenium, you need to give each and every driver instance separately for running a script in different browsers. And for Cypress, it supports only two languages like JavaScript and TypeScript. And for Puppeteer, it supports only Chromium-based browsers, which is one of the major disadvantages in Puppeteer. So to eradicate all these limitations, to address all these limitations, Playwright was introduced. So initially, you need to give implicit wait or explicit wait in the Selenium or Cypress or Puppeteer to wait until an event or until an request is completed. But Playwright has an internal wait feature of 30 seconds, which makes the job of a tester and job of a developer easy. So it's like aram se chill. So it until unless the element is found, it will wait until that element is found. After finding that element only, it proceed with the completion of the test. So the unified API of Playwright makes the makes the job of tester easier. With writing only one script, we can test the script in multiple browsers such as Chromium, Firefox or other WebKit also, which makes the job of tester or developer very easier. So considering browser automation, all the three tools support cross-browser testing, but Selenium, you need to give each and every driver instance separately, which makes a longer process. And Cypress only supports Chromium and Electron browsers, but when considering testing of web applications, you need to test each and every web application in Firefox and WebKit to what are the features and what are the things that are lacking in. So these are the limitations in Selenium, Cypress. And considering multi-browser support, all three automation tools supports each and every multiple browser support. But Selenium, you need to give each and every driver instance separately, one of the major limitation. And Cypress supports only Chromium and Electron. So coming to language support, Playwright Selenium supports all the multiple languages such as JavaScript, Python, Java, .NET. But Cypress only supports two languages. Those are JavaScript and TypeScript, which is the major limitation in Cypress. So coming to support, all three tools have both active and growing, which makes the job of a tester and coming advantages or coming future makes the job of a tester and developer very easily. So the architecture of Playwright. So coming to architecture of Playwright, Playwright has a unified architecture which sets it apart from other automation tools. So what makes it set apart? So Playwright uses WebSocket connection. So let me take you through the WebSocket connection. So WebSocket connection is a bidirectional connection between the client and server. So once the connection is made, there is no need of raising the request and waiting for response every time. Just like when you meet your best friend once, it's okay. Once the connection is made between you and your best friend, it's okay. You don't need to communicate and you don't need to raise a request or response every time with your best friend. Besides that, WebSocket uses binary format of data for transferring data. So it makes easier for transferring large amounts of data over a short span of time. But HTTP connection uses JSON format and HTML format, which makes the job and transferring large amounts of data makes huge amount of time, and it lags and it strucks in between. So one of the major advantages for using Playwright is the WebSocket connection only. So Playwright architecture is divided into three types: the Playwright API, driver, and the browser. So Playwright, coming to Playwright API. So Playwright API is a Node.js high-level API, so which makes the runs the automation script in all the three browsers such as Chromium, WebKit, and Firefox. And we can use this API to run the mobile like web applications, single page applications, hybrid and mobile progressive mobile applications also. So coming to driver. So driver is the intermediate layer between the API and the browser. So it communicates with the browser through WebSocket connection. So like it sends and receives the browser notifications or browser, what is the browser doing, everything. It will be entirely maintained by the driver only. So coming to browser. The browser is a real-time browser, such as I earlier explained, right? So Playwright uses three browsers: Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit. So the driver, the Playwright API controls the entire browser using a WebSocket connection only. So you might be thinking, what are the features that separates Playwright from other automation tools? So take an example. When you go to a restaurant, you have only, when you want to order dosa, you have only limited options, like you can see onion dosa or masala dosa or rava dosa, only some limited options. But when you go to a 99 dosa stall, you can see 100 varieties of dosas you can order. So just like that, Selenium and Cypress and Puppeteer only have limited selectors, but like you can select the element using ID, class name, XPath, link text, and partial link text. But in Playwright, you can select using attributes, text, and many other. So which makes the job of a tester very easier, and you can increase the test coverage with up to maximum limit. So next, coming to the automatic browser context switching. So by using Playwright, it automatically switches between the iframes and also switches between the context and the pages. So when you want to run a multiple tests in multiple browsers, Playwright can be a very useful tool for running the multiple tests across multiple browsers. So coming to advanced wait APIs. So earlier I said, right, Playwright has a wait period of 30 seconds. So by using the 30 seconds also, Playwright has internal wait APIs such as wait for event, wait for function, wait for statement. So until unless the event is getting completed, it will not proceed with the test. So which makes the efficiency of the test up to 100%. And coming to video coverage. For Selenium and Cypress, you need to add external libraries and external external things for a video recording feature, which makes the job of a tester very difficult. But Playwright has an internal video recording feature, so that you can share the video recording and you can debug the issues much more efficiently, along with sitting with your developers or BS or along with your team, so that you can find the issues very easily, where the test flakiness is coming, where the issue is breaking. You can find it much more easily. So coming to parallel test execution. So by writing one script only, you can automate all the script. You can automate that script in all the three browsers, such as Chromium, WebKit, and Firefox. And also that script can run in multiple OSs like Windows, Linux, and macOS also. So which makes that job of a tester or developer much more reliable and much more easier and efficient. Like as I said earlier, Playwright Unified API supports multiple browsers. You don't need to give each and browser instance separately. You can write one script, it automatically runs in all the three browsers. Coming to how Playwright is helping others and how Playwright is different from other automation tools. So as I said earlier, Playwright, the unified API and improved selectors, makes the job of a tester and developer very easily, so that you can you can locate the elements easily, and it will improve the efficiency of the automation script very fast and reliable, and you can attain a test coverage of up to 80 to 85%, which is far more greater than using Selenium and Cypress and Puppeteer. So by writing one script only, you can automate the script in all the three browsers, such as Chromium, Edge, Firefox, and WebKit, and also Windows, Mac, and Linux, so that you don't need to shift to other tools, or you don't need to shift to other, you don't need to write other automation scripts for automation other browsers also. So the job of Playwright, Playwright makes your job very easier. So once the test script is written, the internal video recording feature, you can mark the issues, or you can find the bugs in the automation script easily, so that it makes your so that you can share the entire video recording feature with your teammates, so that it can all be in a streamline, and you can find the where the issues are coming and where the bugs are coming. It makes the job very easier. As Playwright is an open source tool, it can be automated, or it can be improved by our own also, which can reduce the test costs, so that we can use automation very freely. And the unified API of Playwright, as I said earlier, it increases the test coverage. You can attain a test coverage up to 80 to 85% rather than using Selenium or Cypress. And coming to facilitate collaboration, you can discuss anything with your, you can discuss and you can build your frameworks upon Playwright, and you can share the frameworks, or share the bugs or issues along with your teammates, so that you all be in the same line, and makes the job of your tester or developer very easily. So coming to future scope. So Playwright currently is applied to only web applications, and currently confined to only to web applications. But we might see, as Playwright is getting increased frequently, so we might see it might get integrated with other tools, just like Mocha, Chai framework and Jest framework. We might see it might get integrated with K6 performance tool and APM also, so that we can perform the mobile automation also using Playwright only, which can be a major advantage by using Playwright. And coming to advanced features, so Playwright has the internal unified API and improved selectors. So in future, we can see more features coming to Playwright, which makes the job of a tester or developer very easy, and we can see maximum test coverage and maximum efficiency attained through Playwright. So coming to cloud-based testing, Playwright currently not up to that mark of cloud-based testing, but in future we might see the Playwright also supporting the cloud-based testing also, which makes us to attain that efficiency up to that maximum level. So currently Playwright supports only Android API testing only, but in future we might see Playwright supporting iOS testing also, and Android mobile application testing end-to-end, and also using the component testing also, which is one of the greater advantages in Playwright in upcoming.